2. What you see and what you hear is what you feel. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, trackside. Once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The ASMR Hauck Designs Gen 4 Cup Series fires things off for the final time in the regular season. 5 drivers gonna move on for a chance to fight for the Season 8 championship. It's a tight points battle coming into tonight's season finale. We've got 8 drivers fighting for 4 final spots in the playoffs. Only Christian Abati clear into the championship. Which one of these drivers is going to get the job done tonight? Who's going to chase that checkered flag for the opportunity to run for a championship? We're going to find out shortly. Qualifying already underway. So before we head trackside, how you doing? How you feeling? Out there in TV land, race fans, glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave the Cave bringing all the calls from trackside. Speaking of trackside, once again, let's get into some of those qualifying times as Alan Bledsoe goes top of the speed charts. The fast 24 machine will set the quick time here in qualifying. 14:65. You can see Bledsoe out on track trying to lay down his second timed lap. How good's it going to be? We'll find out if it's enough for the David Spears Design Pole Award with just about 1.5 minutes remaining here tonight. We'll see who can get the job done. Before we get into some of those championship standings, take a quick commercial break. Head trackside for your national anthem. Get into some of the point standings, but we're going to let this thing play on out for the moment. Alan Bledsoe, top of the speed charts, 14-65. Good to see you checking out there, Riley. Wish you were here on track as well. 19 drivers slotted in for tonight's Bristol Brawl 200, brought to you by Hauck Designs. Crazy season, great season. It's been a season of few winners. 9 races, only 5 different winners. Abati, Moore, Janikin, Mathia, all with 2 wins apiece. Jake Innes grabbing a win 2 weeks ago. Has been fast, has been known to sit on the pole position. Coming up just a little bit short here tonight. It is going to start inside of the top 5. Look for him to be fast. Look for Lieutenant Carlos Ramos. You can see him down there inside of the top 10. We'll see if that 97 can make some moves and get to the front. So with the final seconds, winding off the stopwatch, qualifying going to come to an end, Alan Bledsoe will walk away with the pole position. We're going to step away for a brief sponsor break, pay a few of the bills. We'll head back trackside for your national anthem and some of your point standings coming into tonight's race. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And as night falls after the flyover, drivers make their way to their starting positions. Let's get some of the official business out of the way. Let's get to the task at hand. Coming into tonight's race, you heard me speak earlier tonight about that cutoff. Your top 5 drivers will move on for a chance to fight for the Season 8 championship. Christian Abate already wailing into those top 5, but hit the battle between Enos, Moore, Alt, Schultz, Miller, Coro, Wiggins, Albright, even all the way down to Nicholas Wing. All of those drivers still have the opportunity in the chance. 8-9 drivers fighting for these final positions. Who's going to get the job done at the world's last Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway? The Concrete Kings are going to come to life here tonight. Let's get rid of those point standings in the head. Trackside as Alan Bledsoe, your pole sitter, sent to lead the field off of pit road, and we'll get ready to unleash the beasts here tonight from Bristol Motor Speedway. So who you got? Know a lot of the guys out there, guys and girls, I apologize, out there from the Naval Academy joining us here tonight. Big shout out to each and every one of you for tuning in here tonight. We'll see if you get that extra credit or not. We'll have to find out if Ramos hands that out or not, but we do appreciate you tuning in, supporting us, supporting your fellow sailor as well. So again, thank you all for being here. Hope these guys put on a great race. And as they roll off of pit road, you can hear the sounds in the background. You know it's time to run down tonight. Starting the lineup for the Bristol Brawl here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Starting inside row number 1 behind the wheel of that DuPont. Number 24, Monte Carlo, Alan Bledsoe. Fast Art Smarts. 16, Derek Moore, just to his outside. Jake Innes and Donovan Conti back in row 2. Row number 3 here tonight behind the wheel of the 11 machine, the Michigan native Alex Wiggins, followed by Brendan Mathia to his outside. Christian Abate, Cody Schultz in row 4. Row number 5 tonight inside that 97 machine, Carlos Ramos and Andrew Wall, just to his outside. Zach Miller, Brian Tarnowski back in row 6. Row number 7, Dante Hauer, Andrew McConnell. Carl and Wing back in row 8. Row number 9, Daniel Jensen and Dave Gage. Jeffrey Engel rounds out the 19 car field here tonight. So as we make our way through 3 and 4, dark hall, music will fade. Into the restart zone we roll in. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Bristol Motor Speedway. Close, tight battle at the front of the field. Top 3 breaking away outside lane with the momentum. The 16 going to take the top spot away. New race leader here early. And Bristol, Derek Moore going to go to the top. Alex Wiggins digging on the bottom. Catfish building here. And that's Celsius. Machine trying to get that 11 a little bit closer to the front of the field. Side by side battle now with the one of Brandon Mathia. Christian Abate right here making his way around the outside. The final Cody Schultz, he needs a good run here tonight. Schultz came into tonight's race, sitting in the points. We'll see if he continues to keep himself inside of that playoff cutoff. He gets sent packing from Bristol. Close quarters racing at the front of the field. Top three, all single file in a row. 1.2 seconds over. Their fellow competitors that are all single file, jockeying for positions as well. Let's jump on the track just a little bit. And there you can find that 97 machine trying to make some headway, running down. Cody Schultz just off in front. Let's jump on board now with Lieutenant Ramos as he makes his way into turn 3. You want to know what it's like racing in a blender? Here you go. Here's a little look. We're going to take another vantage point. Let's go back here. Dante Howard, just a handful of drivers back in the pack. You can see him behind this number 29. Caffeine-free Pepsi DuPont machine piloted by Andrew Alt. Good looking ride there by Alt. Looking to the outside now goes Howard. Loads of laps behind us. Let's drop that timing and scoring back to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along and find your favorite driver in the field. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Let these drivers know you appreciate and enjoy the action brought to you here tonight from Hauck Designs in the ASMR Cup Series. Whoa, contact in a battle. We got smoke. We got trouble. Two drivers going to tangle on the outside lane. That's Brandon Mathia involved in this one. And caution number 1 comes out. Ooh, hard impact for the 10. Cody Schultz involved in this one, almost clipping the pace truck. My goodness, handful of drivers involved in this one. Let's go see if we can't find the problems, what happened, how to go down. We're going to check in real fast with the Hauck Designs replay. WTV 11 just off in front of Cody Schultz. A little bit of a stack up in front of him. Ramos trying to avoid a little bit of a punt. He gets an assist after that. Handful of drivers in the aftermath of the original problems on the high side with Brendan Mathia being involved. Andrew McConville also involved in this one. Carlos Ramos. So a handful of drivers going to catch some damage early here tonight. So a long way to go. And anybody that knows Bristol knows you can beat and bang. And as a matter of fact, you're going to see some of these drivers more than likely. And I hope nobody takes offense to this when they listen back that's in the field here tonight. You can expect to see some of these drivers out there with no front clip. You're going to see the radiator, the engine, you're going to see it all. The front clip is going to be ripped off of these machines. At some point in time, I can tell you there's going to be 1 or 2 of these drivers in the field. Maybe not even of their doing. But it's bound to happen. It's Bristol. Caution flag flies early here tonight. Lap number 13 will see the first caution flag fly for the evening. Handful of drivers going to take the opportunity to head down pit road. Nicholas Wing, Daniel Jensen, Patrick Coro, Cody Schultz, Carlos Ramos, Brandon Mathia, Donovan Carty, and Andrew McConville. All to pit road. Tough break here tonight for Jeffrey Engel, the 89. Unable to make it out of the garage. Unable. To get to the starting grid. So unfortunately, Engel will finish in the final spot here tonight. Back in the 19th position. Pace truck lights out. We're ready to roll once again here from Bristol Motor Speedway. Side by side at the front. Looks a little bit different. Alan Bledsoe losing a couple positions. Gonna restart. Back in the 3rd spot. To the restart zone we roll. All the gas and green flag flies once again here from Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm gonna tell you what, there's so much action around the track. We're gonna be pretty random with some of the coverage here tonight. Let's jump around just a little bit further back in the pack. You can see still double file 3 rooms deep. Let's keep it back here with Patrick Coyle, the 91 machine right there, making his way to the top of the racetrack, sliding into the 99 into 4. How about the runs as of late for the Kool-Aid Man? I'm pretty sure, you know, we got a lot of people out here. Somebody Google this. Does the Kool-Aid Man have a name? I've always wondered. Why not? I've always questioned. But I don't know why. I just have. He always comes breaking through the walls of houses and everything. Does anybody even know that guy's name? I don't know. Maybe we can get somebody to Google it. Who knows? A little bit of a bee's nest back here in the pack. There you see Cody Schultz, Nicholas Swing, Carlos Ramos going at it. 3-1 at Bristol. It's going to pan out and work out for Ramos at the top of the racetrack. He's going to grab 2 positions with that 3-wide move through the center of 3 and 4. Last time around, you can see significant damage on the right field. We'll see if his pin crew get that worked on and see if they can't massage the fender around, give him a little bit better of a chance here tonight. As the one of the field close to the bottom of the racetrack, Ramos giving quite a bit of room, going to pinch him off down at the bottom of the racetrack. Corner exit, caution on the speedway. Caution flag flies for the second time here tonight, and it looks like Derek Moore may have been involved. Let's go back and check the latest replay. We got to look at that, fellas. Waiting for the thumbs up, and I do believe we've got it. Let's head back to the replay. And oh my goodness, trouble at the front of the field. 3 out of your top 4 are going to be involved in this latest one. Let's see if we've got another look at it heading down the front stretch. About halfway down the front stretch is where the problems were. See 25 Venice at the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to come up just a little bit, clip the left front of the 16. And that's going to spell trouble up front of the field. So just like that, back under caution, and we're going to go back out front with your new race leader here tonight, Christian Abate, going to take the top spot after our second caution flag flies. And see, I knew I could count on you. I knew I could count on the chat. Dexter Holland, you gotta, no, come on, we gotta fact check that one, man. Dexter Holland, somebody pass me my phone, please. We gotta check this. You gotta be joshing me here. Who? Caution light's going to go out on the pace truck. Field going to go back double file. Christian Abate takes the top of the racetrack. Dante Howard going to be relegated to the inside lane. Wiggins and Alt back in row 2. Row number 3 for this latest restart. Zach Miller and Dave Cage. Coral and Tornowski moving up through the field. Schultz and Ramos now back inside of the top 10. See the marbles beginning to build at the top of the racetrack. Interesting to see Abate at the top for the restart. All the gas and green flag flies once again here from Bristol. And I don't know, maybe the high side's the place to be. Look at the 45. Drop the hammer. side-by-side racing action a little bit further back through the field around that 5th, 6th, 7th position. There we see Carlos Ramos making some moves, looking to the inside of that corner. Up 11 places so far here tonight. I'm sorry, sometimes the guys get to be on the chat. Garcia out there mixing things up. It's all good, but Cody Schultz gonna look to the bottom of the racetrack now. Ramos moves to the top. Carlos was making some good moves from the top side of the racetrack. A little bit of contact there between the 97 and the 5. You have to see if that continues. Cross the line this time, round lap number 35. Good drop down timing and scoring. Back up to the left-hand side of your screen once again. Bonte was able to walk away for a moment. They're beginning to reel him back in, just under a half a second advantage for a Bonte under Bonte Howard. An emergence so far this season. Kind of came onto the scene a little bit late, but has had some pretty solid runs and some finishes, making a name for himself, letting it be known that he's going to be one of the drivers that we're going to have to deal with when we head into next season. Looking to upset the hierarchy is how. If he can get the job done. Ramos looks to be struggling now after a handful of laps on these tires during this run. Back at the front, let's take a look right here with that 90. Deontay Howard as he makes his way off the turn 4 back across the line. Almost a quarter of the race already behind us. Driver still pounding. I'd like to say pounding the pavement, but crushing the concrete. Here tonight from Bristol Motor Speedway, still laying down sub 16-second laps. Hot and heavy battles back here once again in the horse nest. The fluffle, if you will, off of turn number 4. Ramos snuck to the high side. The yard smarts. 16 Derek Moore gonna catfish. The position heading into turn 3. No, Ramos gonna fight back on just off in front of him with Thea Miller going at it for position. Great run so far here tonight for the U.S. Army, number 38 was she. We're gonna lose the position there to the one of Mathia, who's been on a tear on this restart. He's made up quite a handful of positions now. Mathia back inside. Top 5. Things looking a little cold. Let's go back to some of the action on the track just behind him. There you can see Dave Gage now battling with Cora. And more. Gage looking for a spot on the bottom of the racetrack. Not going to be able to get the forward bite. And this time around, that's going to bring Ramos and Schultz back into the mix. Great night of racing so far here tonight. Quick cautions, but a long green flag run now. We have been green flag racing for all these 25 laps now. Expect drivers. Whoa, big mix up there. That's what you call wrecking without crashing. Crashing without wrecking. Whichever way you want to put it. There was trouble. There should have been some carnage. Somehow the drivers pulled it off. Continue. On green flag racing here tonight, side-by-side action. A little bit further up through the field. Let's go back here with Ramos and Coro going at it just in front of Cody Schultz. You can see the 38 just in front of him. There's a lot of good battles. We got to jump around a little bit here, guys. We've got too much action to speak of there. You can see Coro almost into the outside wall, right in front of Carlos Ramos, running on that high side as well. Here comes the 10. Andrew McConville, where did he come from? Contact trouble! Oh boy. Contact trouble. Caution flag will fly, and we've got a parking lot of a mess to get ourselves through. Cody Schultz been involved in this one. Let's go check the replay. Let's see how it all went down. And up the track, across the nose and into the outside. 91 gonna catch some damage. The 24, big hit for the 24. Schultz gonna lose his hood. Hopefully does not lose his cool. The number 24 with big trouble here now. Alan Bledsoe, your pole sitter, involved in this latest action. Let's go take a look on board here with Bledsoe. Just right up and under another driver and another big hit. Gonna be an uphill battle from here on out. We'll see how Bledsoe goes about it. We'll head back to the front of the field as drivers begin to head to pit road. Brandon Mathia elects to stay out on the racetrack. 28 of Brian Ternowski also going to stay on the racetrack. 38 of Zach Miller. Maybe behind pit wall. Brandon Mathia down pit road. Our previous caution back on lap number 27. Caution flag gonna fly once again. Handful of drivers involved in this one. Cody Schultz, Brian Ternowski, Alan Bledsoe, Nicholas Wing gonna catch a piece of the action. And your pole sitter, he's just had... Man, ever since that pole position, he's just had some troubles. Fell back in the first handful of laps, reversed back into third. Found himself sliding back to the rear of the field. Now caught up, involved in somebody else's issues. Tough break here tonight early for that 24 machine, and they're going to drop a hood, and they begin to push that iconic DuPont 24 machine behind pit wall. It's going to be an early exit here tonight for Bledsoe. A handful of drivers going to continue to chase after those final 4 spots in our championship. Halfway down the backstretch, pace truck lights off. We're ready to drop the hammer once again to hear from Bristol Motor Speedway. Pace truck dives in on the gas and once again, one with a great restart here. Christian Abate a little slow on the restart. Fighting back now, looking, oh, big trouble. Ramos super loose in the corner and contact. There's the contact and there's the caution flag. Ramos super loose on the front stretch. Let's take a look here. Behind the wheel, and there it is. Trying to save it, and I got it. And no, I don't. Tough break there. Contact. I believe that was the 404 of Dave Gage coming in a little bit late, catching some of the 97. So with some damage already here tonight, fighting behind the wheel. Ramos gonna have some more issues. The problem's gonna be compounded here on the lap number 60. So cautions, bringing cautions for us here from Bristol Motor Speedway tonight. You're watching the ASMR Hauck Designs Cup Series. It's the season finale, race number 10 in the regular season. 5 drivers will move on with a shot at the championship. Christian Abati already locked in. Doesn't have to worry about it. He can let the chips fall where they may here tonight. Will Labonte throw caution to the wind and get a little off strategy? You know what I mean? Will he somehow find a way to just do something completely opposite, completely different than his fellow competitors? We're going to have to wait and see. A handful of drivers with trouble. 2 early exits here tonight. Alan Valento, Jeffrey Engel. Early exits from the Coliseum. Handful of drivers with trouble. And we're going to get ready for a restart. Looks like Mathia going to continue the trend of drivers electing to take the outside lane for the restart. Sabati will start to his inside, just about 30 lap fresher tires. So look for the extra grip to work the bottom of the speedway. Making the swing back down pit road. Maybe get just a little bit more of that damage fixed. Well, here we go. Pace truck in. Battle now between the 11 and the 45. Bonte unable to take that top spot away. Tight racing back behind the front of this field. Let's go back here where again, we get another score. It's 29 to the bottom of the racetrack. We keep the position back in the corner of the Gage. Gage stuck on the high side. Momentum board for him. Unable to get the forward bite this time off the corner of the lanes. Caffeine free Pepsi. It's 29. Oh, Danger Roll. Set up for 7 hour. We're going to work his way back up to the front of the wheel. Was inside of your top 3. Just inside. Top 10. Gonna make some stops around the track as drivers continue to chase. Speedway under the lights, short track Saturday night field here on Hump Day for you. Going to help you get through your mid-week lows. Adrenaline out at but can't talk tonight. Oh my goodness! I'm glad all my adrenaline addicts were able to get back at it and hang out with us here tonight. Tune in and turn up right here in the Turn 3 Racing. You're watching Racing Hauck Designs Gen 4 Cup Series. And maybe a handful of drivers might be wishing there were some bots out there, but this ain't Fortnite. This is iRacing. iRacing.com in trouble. Trouble Howard across the nose of the 16, more trouble behind him. The 11 going to be involved. Caution flag going to fly once again. Big time trouble here. Handful of drivers going to get caught up in this one. Quick to the replay. Howard across the nose of Moore. Oh, and that's the 3. That is the 3. We apologize. That is Donovan Cardi. Involved in this one initially looked like it may have been Alex Wiggins in the 11. Let's get one more look from high above the track. You can see similar paint schemes, a little bit different. Sorry about the confusion. 3 drivers involved in this latest action. Howard, Moore, and Cardi with issues as we go back live front of the field. Race leaders back behind the pace car. So as we find ourselves with a little bit of time on our hands, we're going to step away for our first commercial break of the evening, pay a few of the sponsor bills. You know how that goes, but don't go anywhere, race fans. You won't miss any of the green flag action live from Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll be right back. trackside as promised, not missing any of the green flag action high above the track with the turn 3 drone cam here tonight. Want to give a big shout out to our good buddy Geo Snow for manning the drone camera for us here tonight. Pace car back in, ready to let him loose once again. All the gas, catching him sleeping on the inside. The one, Mathia scoots away. Do you want to take a moment to say thank you to all of the cameramen and women back at the Turn 3 Racing Network, working hard to bring you some of these great onboard shots and live action cameras from around the track. We're going to jump on board with Daniel Jensen now, working the wheel and office, the man putting in work. Daniel Jensen inside of your top 10. Drivers going to make their way out of turn number 4, back across the stripe. Lap number 85 going to go on the board. Back to the left-hand side of your screen once again. Nice little battle here between the 38 and 99 to 38. Will win the battle for the time being. We're going to have the position on track, but Miller listed 3 laps down. Nicholas Wayne still on the lead lap, so letting the lap machine by. Daniel Jensen going to choose to do the same. Going to head to the bottom of the racetrack with the high side to the number 38. What is a kilometer? Well, that's something they use to measure things over in Europe. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't. I win. Just saying. Moving on. Lap number 89. That's Bristol. Now has a battle on his hands. And Celsius. Sponsored 11. Here tonight, Alex Wiggins digging on the bottom. Fresher tires working to his advantage. Still a tough pass to make. They slide up, not just yet. You can see the back end of the machine step a little bit sideways. That allowed the one of Mathia to get back all the gas and back in the battle. Great respectful driving here at the front of the field. 2 drivers absolutely forward. No contact, plenty of room for racing. Christian Avanti just waiting in the wings, trying to pick the right line. As we inch closer to the halfway point here, time drivers down almost 50 miles of racing action, 100 laps just around the corner. We're going to keep it right here with the battle for the race lead for the time being. Off the stripe, 3 turns 3. Coming at you. Tell me that's not a beautiful camera shot. You just can't. If you did, I wouldn't believe you. Once again, still chasing after the man in front. Trying to track him down, but as he does so, he's falling back into the clutches of the 45 of Abati. Dave Gage. Race of the season so far here for Gage. You know, we're honest here. At the Turn 3 Racing Network, we don't pull punches, we do not sugarcoat things. Engage one of our perennial championship contenders without a shot at making it this season. Something about maybe the aero package, maybe the horsepower, not quite. I can't quite put my finger on it. He's ran well. Look at him right now inside of your top 5, but battling for positions, moving forward. Up 14 positions from where he qualified. there has been plenty of speed behind the wheel of that 404 throughout this season. Just has seemed to be a trouble magnet. Problems have seemed to find Gage so far this season. We'll see if he can make it through this one with a clean slate. The racetrack digging for the final spot on the podium. So as the battle at the front sorts itself out just a little bit, Alex Wiggins stepping away from Christian Abate. Brandon Mathia going to fall back now to third. Mathia going to have Howard engaged to put up with Ramos with a great recovery. Check out Lieutenant right here knocking on the door. On the top five, Andrew Morgan working his way to the front of the field. Both of these drivers have been to the front, to the back, to the front, the back, and now moving back to the front. Oh, pancaking the outside. Did you see that? Andrew McConnell, the 10. Hard impact. Out of the corner. Into the safer barrier. Big damage. That's going to spell trouble. Rolling 1, 2, 3, all winning. The convoy under fire from Coro and Wayne J. Guinness, not too far off from them. So as we have passed that mid in tonight's race, live here from Bristol Motor Speedway, the Bristol Brawl 200 for the ASMR Hauck Designs Gump Series. Going to give you that mid-race report. The driver run down 19. We apologize. 19 drivers for the starting grid here tonight for the Bristol Brawl 200. We have still got 17 out on the track, but only 13 on the lead lap. Jay Guinness struggling to stay on the lead lap. Let's take a look at Ennis back here behind the wheel at number 25. The Blue Rains are sponsored Native Machine, trying to track down Kool-Aid Man out in front. We still haven't got the Kool-Aid Man's name. I'm just saying. Just saying. I think it's something like Frankie Kool-Aid or something, or like something crazy along those lines. I'm not quite sure about that one, but I believe maybe onto something right there. Jake is struggling after contact. Early trouble here tonight. The 25 relegated to the rear of the field, and he's just trying to log some laps here and see if he can somehow walk away with a decent enough finish to move on. Have a shot at the championship this season. Battle for the race lead once again. The 11 and the 45 gonna go at it now. And 3 and 4 we go, chasing it after your race leader. Back across the line, lap 113. On the board. Short work at the front. Abate gonna reclaim the race lead. The driver that doesn't need to walk away with a race win, already safe and secure with his championship position. Abate looking to separate himself in the winner's column. A little further back through the field. Let's go back to this little string of a battle that we've got. Mathia, Gage, Ramos, all Jensen, Howard, Wing, all right here lined up in a row. Just a handful of 10 separating each and every one of these drivers. You can see them. And Carlos Ramos has tracked down both Dave Gage and Brendan Mathia. Much older tires for Mathia. He was last to pit road. Back on lap. What was that, guys? What lap was it? Lap 27. almost 100 laps on the tires, man. Good God. Ramos takes it to the top of the speedway. Looking at powerhouse around the high side, taking the Larson line. Ramos. Squirrely off of the corner. Big wiggle attitude, 3 and 4 going to be much nicer to him. Ramos going to take the position on the high side. Big diamond of the corner that time around for the lieutenant. Can Ramos grab yet another position moving his way inside of the top 5 now? And when is green flag pit stops going to happen, right? Last time that Brendan Mathieu was on the pit road was almost 100 laps ago. Sure, we've had 2 cautions in that amount of time, so about 7 or 8 laps taken away from that, but 90 laps on a tank of fuel? I mean, that is... Whew. A little bit of contact on the outside wall. Ramos going to pack it in deep in the corner. Run it up high on the exit. Puts the nose to the outside of the field. Gonna make the one, make a decision. He elects to keep it at the bottom of the racetrack. Move Ramos to 4th. Dave Gage seizes the opportunity. He's gonna make his way to the high side as Mathieu waves the white flag. He's gonna drop onto pit road. 75 laps to go. Bringing Mathieu to pit road for what could be his final stop of the night. Green flag pit stops lurking. When will the rest of these drivers head to pit road? They cannot make it on fuel. They will have to come to pit road. How much time are you willing to give up? The race leader last time by Avanti running a 16:24. That is almost 3 seconds for fall. How about the battle now? We got a big battle at the front. Derek Moore. He wants win number 3. Moore looking for the top spot. Taking on the bottom of the racetrack. Avanti fighting back from the high side. Leaders battling for positions on the speedway. We have every white to every inch of track. What will your race leaders do? Avanti gonna go high. 16-1 takes the race lead. The racetrack, Avanti gonna have to settle for running in his tire tracks. 25 of race goes to the top of the speedway. Jake Ennis gonna fall off of the lead lap here. Jake Ennis going to pull the 25 machine to pit road. Meanwhile, race leader unable to shake. The leads of the field here is the one of Brandon Bethia. Fresher tires for Bethia. He's going to put himself back just 2 laps down. Driver's going to lose a ton of ground coming to pit road. They're going to lose 2, if not 3 laps to the race leaders. So as the end of the race approaches us here tonight, I want to take this moment an opportunity to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I want to give a big shout out to each and every one of the sponsors. We're going to start off with the title and series sponsor, Hauck Designs. If you're in the market for a new ride, you're looking for a great ride, you want something different, you want something special, they can get the job done in the paint booth. Check them out at Hauck Designs. Big shout out as well to David Spears Design Custom Control Boxes. 3-piece see Mansion Champion down as well. You can find them on Facebook. Big shout out to the best American bully breeders in Western North Carolina. You can find them, that's right, in the Blue Ridge Mountains, Hayley Kennel's finest. Mountain Mafia Kennel, some of the best American bully breeders you will absolutely ever run across. Champion bloodlines, tried, true, and proven. Breeders, check them out on Instagram, Facebook, as well as Twitter. Once again, that's Mountain Mafia Kennels. Big shout out as well to Butt Kicker, as always, bringing each and every field behind the wheel. The future is feeling with Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Beef Jerky Unlimited. Some of the best beef jerky that you'll find in the country. You're on, getting ready to go overseas. You're on a long trip. Maybe you're going hunting. Maybe it's just camping. Maybe you're taking a race weekend. And bring along some of your favorite jerky with beefjerkyunlimited.com. Handful of drivers electing to come to pit road. A handful of drivers just falling off the lead lap. The pace is torn at the front. Derek May, 16-26, last time around. The only drivers to be faster, running a 15:30 last time around. Right in the field. Much fresher tires, and Moore's had enough. He's seen enough on the stopwatch. He heads to pit road. There you go there. Again. Abate to the race lead. Around the corner from just 50 laps remaining here tonight. It's going to be over in a blink of an eye. More lead lap drivers to pit lane. Christian Abate at the front. Daniel Jensen going to take over second. Carlos Ramos and Nicholas Willing going at it for position. There you see. Oh my gosh, and nowhere to go. Middle of the track. Contact. Big trouble for the 97. Patrick Coleman gonna have a huge moment as the caution flag does finally fly. Oh my, oh my. Carlos Ramos involved in this one. Middle of the track, Patrick Coleman after trouble. And there's the contact. Mathia into the back of Coro. Trying to catch the car back up the racetrack, and Carlos Ramos trying to, oh my gosh. 3 wide, right as it's going down. Nowhere to go for Ramos. That's going to put us back under caution, back behind the pace trunk. Look for your lead lap drivers to make their way to pit road. Christian Abate to pit road. Daniel Jensen, Nicholas Wing, Andrew Carlos Ramos, Deontay Howard. All to pit road. Brandon Mathia may be staying out. And there you can see the one staying out on the racetrack. So here it is. We're going to have less than 50 laps remaining when we drop the green flag. Final 25 miles of racing laid out in front of us. Everybody in the field will be able to make it on fuel. Will cautions breed cautions? Will we see a breakout of, a breakout of brawling? We all know race wins on the line. You're not going to be as pleasant. You're not going to be as polite. You're not going to be as forgiving. Maybe the little bit of a situation early here tonight rubs you wrong, and it may come back to haunt that other driver. We'll see how it all goes. The drivers out of 4 receiving the 1 to go. Joshua Norwood behind the base truck with us here tonight. 38 gonna get a lap back. Wave around received by Mathia. And we're gonna restart this race with only 4 drivers remaining. On the lead lap, tough break here tonight. You can see Carlos Ramos falling through the field, back in the running order now outside of your top 10. Tough break for Ramos as we roll into the restart zone. All that gas and green flag flies once again. And caution. Caution flag gonna fly once again. Quick caution here, looks like a debris caution. No trouble for any of the drivers on the track, but we do have a debris caution. Looks like the safety crew missed a little bit of something out there on the track, so they're going to get that cleaned up. We'll get right back to green flag racing action. We talked about the important points battle coming into tonight's race. Andrew Wall, Jake Ennis, Derek Moore, all knotted up in the championship standings for second position, second, third, fourth to be exact. 5th place coming into tonight's race. Cody Schultz has had a dismal race. We'll see if it's enough to capture enough points to continue to move on in the championship standings. Aponte back on the gas, and caution flag gonna fly again. Caution. Oh, once again, quick cautions here. And there's trouble. Dave Gage gonna have some issues. Patrick Coro coming together with Dave Gage on this latest one. Let's see what happened on the restart. Like just stacking up there. Just stacking up on the restart. Trouble getting going for the 404 of Dave Gage. So since we're back under caution, let's allude a little bit more onto these point standings, right? Zach Miller, Patrick Coro, Alex Wiggins, Doug Argabright, Nicholas Swing. On the outside, looking in. Where are those drivers at now? Nicholas Swing in second position, up 14 spots from where he qualified. Great points night here for that 99 Subway machine. Came into the race 29 points out of the cutoff line. Will second be enough? Will he have to use the front bumper of that National Guard machine? Coming down to just 40 laps to go, the field is beginning to thin out. Falling to trouble here tonight, Alan Bledsoe, Donovan Carty, Carlos Ramos, the latest driver to push his machine behind the wall. Ramos from highs to lows, back to trouble on the track. None of his doing. Tough break here tonight for the lieutenant, and Ramos will walk away with 16th. Field on their way back across the start-finish line. Pace truck lights go out. We're ready to go back. Green flag racing this time around. We're going to have 40 laps remaining, just 20 miles of racing action in front of these drivers. Who's going to get the job done? Who's going to work their way into championship contention with that fast 45 of Obati? Pace car off, and away we go. Green flag flies. Obati. Holy jeez. I don't think we've seen a restart as good all year long. Absolutely. Bottom sleeping. Left away to almost a half a second advantage. Nicholas Wing beginning to reel him in little by little here behind the wheel of that National Guard. Some blame machine. Double file for multiple positions here tonight. We're going to draw that time and scoring back to the left-hand side of your screen. Battle for the top spots. Andrew Walt, Daniel Jensen going at it side by side. Looking to work his way around, trying to get himself back on the lead left a little old-fashioned way. Jake Gibbs, the 25 machine, now battling with the 11 of Alex Wiggins. Wiggins, one of those drivers that needed a solid finish here tonight, came into tonight's race just 8 points beneath that cutoff line. With Zach Miller behind him, with Patrick Coro behind him, with trouble from drivers inside of your top 5, deep in the running order, will it be enough gain for the Blue Angels sponsor, Navy Chevy, piloted by Jake Gibbs. Nicholas Wing not giving up when the race win is a must. We cannot afford to let up. See him running about a half a lane lower than that 45. Going to keep the front end in the side mirror of Abati, letting him know, hey, look, I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. As it gets closer to the end of the race, if Wing's able to stay here, right? What do you do if you're Abati? He's not necessarily blocking his line. He's not blocking the runs. But do you try to fight it too hard, knowing that Wing essentially needs this race win to keep his championship season hopes alive? You know, more than likely, you're gonna get moved. Whether it's the old school bump and one, maybe you rattle his cage like Earnhardt liked to do, or maybe it's just a good old-fashioned punt for a touchback. You understand what I mean? Maybe you send it because you got to. We know we're not going to see the Ross Chastain Watermelon Man ball ride. The watermelon ride. I mean, we got the watermelon crawl. Why not have, like, the watermelon wall? I don't know. Whatever, anyways. Really digging for something here, but we'll act like that never happened, okay? Closing in on the final 25 laps next time around. Christian Amonte still being heated up by the 99 of Nicholas Wayne engine as well. Daniel Jensen falling behind your top two. No real battles for position. We're going to take a look right here. Brandon Mathieu in the one machine, not too far behind the 90 of Deontay Howard. That is going to be a battle for the final spot inside of the top 5. Off of the lead lap, but still a battle inside of your top 5. The Lay's Happy for You Pepsi DuPont machine of Daniel Jensen allowing the lap machines to battle it out amongst themselves. Contact. And Brandon Mathieu going to pick up some contact down the racetrack, and that may be a problem. We're going to just keep it at the front with the race leader. We're going to talk about what's going to happen here. We're not going to give any more TV time to that one. We kind of seen it unfold. We watched what happened and how it went down, so we're going to just keep it at that. Less than 20 laps remaining when we go back to green flag racing conditions. Does anybody dare to come to pit road? That's a question, right? Drivers having, I believe, 3 sets of tires in pit lane here tonight. We noticed a handful of drivers staying out for lengthy periods of time, and here it is. And Mathia gonna go get tires, and Nicholas Wink says no thank you. And back high above the track here at Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum. And I tell you what, we had some gladiators out there tonight. We had a winning gladiator. We'll get to victory lane here in just a handful of moments. But before we dive off into victory lane, let's see if we can dial up the man that walked away with a final podium spot here tonight behind the wheel of that number 29 Lays DuPont caffeine-free Pepsi machine. Andy, how you feeling, bud? Let's try to dial him up again. Andy, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Hey, bud, how you doing? How you feeling after a great finish to a very tough short track?
Yeah, it takes a lot out of you running this one.
There was a handful of little incidents here tonight. How were you able to kind of dodge and navigate your way through some of the trouble?
Lucky, I guess. A lot of it, yeah, most of it happened behind me, I guess. So that helped out a lot. But what did happen in front, it's just lucky to dodge it, I guess.
Well, you came into tonight's race in a three-way tie uh, for essentially second, third, fourth, moving on into the championship, walking away with a podium finish. I believe we're going to be safe enough to say that you are moving on with a shot at that championship. We'll see how it all goes over the course of the next handful of weeks, but before we let you go here tonight and enjoy and soak it in that you have made that playoff cutoff, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
No, I just everybody did a good job tonight for the most part, and had a good time at it. And I look forward to the next few races. And I know the top five is going to be pretty tough.
Well, man, you did what needed to be done. You got yourself in. Now the real battle begins. We look forward to talking to you here in the next handful of weeks. Until we meet again, my friend, stay safe, and as always, keep it fast.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final few words for the man that had walked away with third place here tonight behind the wheel of that Lay's caffeine-free Pepsi DuPont Chevy machine. Third place belongs to Andrew Walt, moving us right along to a pretty familiar face. Let's see if we can't dial up the man that almost walked away with his third win. Let's dial up that 45 of Christian Amonte. Christian, it's Dave. You got us, bud?
Hey Dave, how are you?
I can't complain, can't call it. You know, beautiful holiday weekend, back with some great racing action. Get to talk to you again, so life's good, you know?
Yeah, life is doing pretty good when you're up here in the booth talking with you, Dave.
Well, man, let's talk about your race a little bit. You gained a handful of positions from where you qualified. You kind of head to the back of the field for a moment. You race your way back up through. Was just keeping at the front after that initial contact that happened, I want to say somewhere around lap number 15 or so, with the trouble at the front of the field. Did you think staying out front was the place to be?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get touched or anything at all during this race, so that was some I don't know if it's luck or just being able to keep it at the front. I mean, I definitely saw all this carnage going on in the back, and I just didn't want to be anywhere near that, so just tried to go as long as I could. Got a good window around lap 50 or 60, somewhere in there, to come in and pit, cover off. Needing to pit twice later on in the race, and then I just got lucky with that that later race caution where I was able to pin pretty much almost the whole field down. So.
Well, you came into tonight's race with a mighty big points lead, guaranteed and secure to move on to battle for the championship with the top five beginning next week. So did that put you in a different mind frame? Did you come in here not really? I don't want to say not caring, but essentially, yeah, not caring.
Yeah. I mean, I knew I had it pretty much locked up, and to advance in. So it was definitely nice. I didn't have to really worry about if I had a bad night or anything like that. So I just got to keep my cool for a race, and whatever happened happened. And I mean, just luck went my way today, and just got ran the race that I best race that I could today.
Well, sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. We already know you're good, so you luck went your way here tonight, walking away with second from Bristol. A big feat to accomplish all in itself, walking away with a podium at Bristol. But job well done. Before we let you go, Shadows, thank yous, love yous.
Just thank you, Dave, for putting this on broadcast. It's always good to be able to watch these back, and I'm sure it's always nice to have anyone else want to tune in and watch us do do what we do. It's always a good time. Thank you to ASMR for putting on these races. I know tonight was a little hectic, but um, nevertheless, I had a really nice battle there at the end with Nick, so that was always good fun to have. And then lastly, just want to shout out the Red Mist podcast and thank all the teammates, Derek, Jake, and Andy. I know that the three of them got kind of caught out tonight, but nevertheless, everyone had pretty good strong pace overall to do something tonight. So
Well, always a pleasure to get to catch up with you at the end of these things, Christian. You're going to be one of the championship favorites moving on into this championship chase here next week. So we wish you well. We wish you the best. Until next time, stay safe. And as always, keep it fast. All right, there you go. Final words for the man that walks away second, coming up just shy of that third win on the season, but it's going to be lurking around the corner. I can guarantee you drivers are going to have to deal with a Monty in these playoffs. Well, that's going to do it. We're going to make our way into victory lane. Talk to them for the first time this season in victory lane. Let's see if we can't dial them up and have a few words with the driver of the 99 machine. Nick, it's Dave. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ben. Hey, how's it feel to finally break through when it's all on the line here at Bristol?
It feels good. It's pretty much one of my better tracks, but tends to bite me sometimes.
So now with a win at Bristol, do you say, or you feel it's safe to say you may be better than the boy from Byron?
Definitely not.
Well, I was trying, man. Come on, you know.
Try all you want. He was 16 when I seen him race in person.
Yeah, and he was tearing stuff up back then, and he's still tearing stuff up out on the track, man. He's an amazing driver. But nonetheless, man, back to the matter at hand. You walked away with a clean race car, number one here from Bristol. Walked away with a race win. Did you think it was going to happen tonight? I know you said Bristol one of your better tracks, but did you think it was going to culminate into the race-winning performance that it did?
Nope, I had my lights flash between my eyes twice tonight before that.
Yeah, a handful of moments, and they got a little bit hectic out on the track. Unfortunate circumstances for a handful of your competitors, but this race win may have locked you in. How do you move forward from here?
Just one run at a time.
I won't take it one race at a time. Soak this race winning performance in, my man. You deserved it. Job well done, well earned. An amazing job in those final handful of laps to keep Abonte behind you. Absolute an amazing job here tonight. So before we let you go and enjoy this one in Victory Lane with all the fans, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
To my teammates, I'd like to say thank you, especially Dan for that amazing not pitting, and you guys for everything you guys do.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on win number one. We hope you've got some more in you this season. We'll see how the points lie, and we'll see if you're chasing after that season hardware next week when we hit the track again. But until then, stay safe, and as always, keep it fast.
Yep, you too.
right, there you go. Final few words for the man. Walking away with his first checkered flag of the season. Nicholas Wing gonna sit on top of the podium here from Bristol. What a night, what a run, what a way to end the regular season under the lights here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Producers already hitting those buttons in the background. You hear the sounds? You know it's time for us to run down the unofficial race results from Bristol Motor Speedway in the Bristol Brawl 200 for the ASMR Hauck Designs Gen 4 Cup Series. Again, walking away with win number 1 of the season, Nicholas Wing takes the top spot. Christian Avanti going to come home in second with Andrew Alt finishing out your podium. Daniel Jensen and Derek Moore round out your top 5. Sliding home in 6th, great night here tonight for that 404 of Dave Gage, Brandon Mathia back in 7th, Alex Wiggins. Home in 11th, the 9th belongs to Andrew McConville, and the 91 of Patrick Coro finishes out your top 10. The Blue Angels Navy sponsor number 25 of Jake Ennis going to bring it home in 11th. Brian Tarnowski back in 12th. Cody Schultz 13th. 14th tonight to Zach Miller. Deontay Howard 15th. Ramos back in 16th. Donovan Carty, Alan Blitzer, and Jeffrey Engel finish out the 19-car field here tonight from Bristol Motor Speedway. That's going to do it for us. We're going to begin to cut off the lights and roll up the cords, get things set and ready to go for next week's championship chase race. Don't forget to join us for that one coming up next week. Again, if you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Join us in that continued push to 4,000 subscribers. Drop them the thumbs up, click subscribe, smash that bell over there to the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So with all that being said, don't forget to begin your support over there on the other side of things, on the Kick side of things. You can find a link in the comments or check us out at kick.com/turn3dave. You can find some great racing action, a little bit of Fortnite for you as well. But that's going to do it for us here tonight from the booth. We're going to check on out, get ready for championship racing. Until next time, my friends, stay safe, stay loved, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.